Hi there, welcome back to the channel. This is a PSA. We are interrupting our regular scheduled program because we're about to finish our series on death. Is it real or not? Number 9 is coming up. But I wanted to do something different today because of things that are going on, and this is really just off the cuff. No notes or anything. I'm just going to talk to you, okay? But before we get started, please click subscribe, share, comment. Do all of those things to help me, okay? I sure appreciate it as usual. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about things that are going on in this world. It's not because I don't understand or I don't know that I haven't addressed them. I figure there's some other outlets other than the mainstream that's getting us the information that we need. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is the things that are going on with the explosions that has happened in Ohio and how serious that will be for all of us, not just the poor people that are in um, that area of East Palestine. Um, the fact that, I want us to think about some of the stuff that's going on. The fact that a movie, uh, what was it, White Noise, was made a year ago in that very area, and those people were used uh, in the movie, and they were supposed to also be the ones launching these bracelets or whatever information that you could receive um, if a disaster were to happen, how you would be medically taken care of or contacted by these bracelets. This was the town that was going to uh, launch this technology for disasters. And now they're the same people who need the technology because what happened in the movie has happened to them. I'm just so disturbed by this. And the fact that those people who had to go back to their homes, my heart goes out to them because I know in a situation like that, you don't know what to do when you go back home. And now they're sick, their eyes are burning, they're not able to breathe. This is poison uh, to the highest degree. The animals around are dying. Think about the air that they're breathing. Think about the water that's being contaminated, which means it's going to flow from Ohio River to the Mississippi River out to the Gulf. That means it's going to affect millions of people. It's going to affect our waterway. And then you know what else I found? It wasn't even that it happened. I should have my notes. This is something you probably should have notes for, Diane. But it happened in. There was an explosion. I understand in Chicago. There was two in Florida. One in Italy. Poisonous gas explosions. Trucks turning over. Different things that. And the people that are talking about green life and climate change, like the chief in charge, not talking about this. He's going to talk about balloons and stuff, but not addressing this to the American people. And that little Greta girl who's always out there scolding adults about their carbon footprint and stuff, she's not talking about it. Uh, the Gates people not talking about it. Come on now. Come on now. What's going on? And listen, this is not a time for us to get afraid, but this is a time for us to give ourselves over to the Most High Yah and His Son, Yahushua, Jesus. Okay? This is a time because we can only be saved under the shadow of His almighty wings. And I'm not talking about just salvation from things that are coming upon the earth. I'm talking about your eternal salvation. So we need to make preparation for that first and foremost. Okay, just be clear. First and foremost, you need to be clear on your salvation, eternal salvation, because this is not it right here and now. This is not it. So I have to think, wow, they say that as someone says, the panda nation is buying up farmland here in this country. I guess that would be China. Bill Gates has been approved of more millions of acres of farmland. Why is individuals or countries buying up farmland in this country? Why is it that other nations are destroying farmlands? Why are our farmers being told not to farm last year? I know this happens a lot, but last year it was even worse. Why is it that the chickens are dying, or not dying, they're not laying eggs, and then they find out there's something in the feed, and people having to feed their flock regular food like peas and carrots, regular food to get them to start laying because it's the feed contaminated. Why is it that all these food factories were being caught on fire, let's just say exploding and catching on fire with that baby factory farm, and then the formula was a shortage. So many things that we don't hear on mainstream media, and not to the extent that we should. I mean, this is something that we should be hearing over and over again, because this is a problem, so that parents would know what to do with their young. There's crisis in our area everywhere. We're not even going to talk about the shootings, because the media bombards us with that, and my heart goes out to those who lose their lives. But you know, there are other things that are causing mass destruction in a way that's different, and we're not talking about that. I'm just wondering, what are your thoughts? Are you seeing things for what they are? Or are you like some that just got your head in the sand and think, oh well, that, you know, things like this have happened, and they'll change, or they'll get better? Friends and family, things are not going to get better, and we can't live. Listen, we're going to talk about some things in upcoming videos. I'm not an expert on Revelation, but I can put links on studies that I'm in that will help us understand Revelation, because that's real important. Okay, we'll do that in the future, but there are some things that Revelation talk about that we need to be aware of. And of course, you know, everybody's talking about the mark of the beast. First of all, the mark of the beast is being set up as you and I breathe and speak right now. It's being implemented. Now we're going to have to try to figure out what that is, but just know that it's being implemented. Anytime a system by an empire nation is being set up, that your freedom to buy or sell or move about without something is the how you say it? Implication, implementation. I can't even say it. Of the mark is being set up. It's being set up. That we've seen some behaviors in Australia that were draconian to the people. Okay, and the people were restricted, really, like they were in the Panda Nation. And then those same people in this province, or whatever their areas are called, turned around and put those same people back in office. I'm like, what is up with this? You put the same people who treated you so bad and had you on such serious lockdown, and you put them same people, and then their mindset was they were so traumatized, and they were so afraid, because, you know, deception and fear is a way of controlling people, that they said, well, that saved my life by them doing that. So they thought it was a good thing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine getting to the point where your oppressor can have such control over you that you think they're doing you good? You know, Ronald Reagan said this, that the most fearful thing that you and I should fear is when the government comes to us and say, I'm here to help. Ronald Reagan was president of this country at the time he said it, y'all. So whenever the government is coming saying, here, I got something for you. This is for your good, or it's time to beware. It's just time to beware. Um, I don't know. There are some things, and I probably should have not gotten on here without my notes because there are some things I want to show you biblically, and maybe I'll get back on in another time and put the scriptures in here so you can see what I'm talking about. But I just felt it was necessary for me to talk about um, some of the things that are going on and addressing them, because I don't want me to just have this channel and say, I'm just doing Bible studies, or I'm just talking about stuff and not being relative to what's happening, because those things concern me, and it concerns me because of you. I want you to be aware. I wish, let me tell y'all something. I just got on TikTok, and the only reason why I got on TikTok, look, even doing this video, it's hard for me being on YouTube, but TikTok was not something I was going to do. But my brother was sending me TikToks, and on my old phone, I could look at them. But when I got the new phone, because TikTok was an app, it wouldn't let me open any of his things he was sending me unless I downloaded the app. So I had to open up the app to see the things that he was sending me. And so when I got on TikTok, it was like, okay, I started receiving very pertinent information, which I thought was good information. Not all that silly stuff, that they do out there, I guess, but things of valuable information. So I started watching and following people, and I don't know how these algorithms work, that they would send me, or I would see the kind of things that I'm interested in when I just got on. Well, so if so I started posting some things that I have that are very pertinent to information, right? Put up 4 videos, y'all, and my account has already been flagged. I'm about to get kicked off of TikTok, and I just got on just because of my videos. So now I'm trying to change it up and put little, I'm not saying fluffy stuff, but spiritual stuff, just kind of going away from that right now, because I don't want to do fluff. That's just ridiculous. But I just thought that was interesting, that here I am just getting on. I'm about to get kicked off. But this is where we are. We say, oh, we're in the home, in America, there's this term, home of the brave and the free. We're not free, brothers and sisters. We have liberty, and that's being taken away, as you can see, but we're not free. We prided ourselves in the Second Amendment. I have to be careful in what I say, what terms I use, because of what is deemed by somebody as misinformation. Come on now. I just don't understand, but I do understand. I'm just bewildered by the fact that we're in this time. So just know I'm going to talk about some things in a more scripted way when I have my notes in front of me, so that I'm just not rambling, that I'll have the scriptures or the events that I want to talk about. But just know things are happening, and don't you put your head in the sand and not recognize it. Time is short, and you need to be preparing. Okay, Proverbs says that a wise man foreseeth evil and hideth himself, and the fools go on and perish. The foolish go on and perish. So don't be a foolish person, okay? Be wise, and know that as you see things happening, prepare as much as you can. You see the food shortages. Let me tell you this. I remember during the lockdown, and everybody was home. What could you do when you were at home? People were cleaning out their houses, their garages. It was springtime, so it was time. You could garden. You couldn't buy seeds. It was roped off in the grocery store, especially the big bang Walmarts, with that yellow tape, non-essential. I was at home gardening on my deck, but you're not going to let me buy seeds because it's non-essential, but I'm locked up. Okay, that didn't make sense to me. So I don't get my seeds from places like that anyway. I just made it making a point that I saw that because I order my seeds. I get heirloom and non-hybrid seeds, and you need to do the same. Put them in your freezer so that you can have them. Okay. Uh, have a water filtration system in case something happens. You can have water, buy extra water so you can have water if something happens. Those poor people in up there in East Palestine. I hear that even that Erin Brockovich, is that how you say her name? That movie that lady did about the water system out in California, and now she's going out there. Why should she have to go leave her place of work and business and family to go to Ohio? Where's the EPA? Where are these people, these Green Deal people? Why? You knew these were poisons. You knew. Why would you burn them? I just don't understand this. They say that, and I've got some information about it. I'll come back with you about what one of those poisons are. They said it's going to stay in the soil for 5 to 1,000 years, even though we don't have that kind of time left on the earth because, yes, Yahushua, Jesus Christ, will be coming back soon. I don't know when, but it'll be sooner than 500 to 1,000 years. Just trust me. As we see these things happening and all kinds of calamities and getting worse, look at Turkey and Syria, 40,000 people. Have mercy. What the family that are surviving lives must be like. But just know that this can happen to anybody, anywhere, anytime. Some things are not necessarily by accident. Let's just say that. Okay, not everything is accident. Some things are planned. Some things are just unexplainable, but when you know, you know. So I know y'all are going to say, Diane, you just sitting up here talking. Yes, I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to do something a little different because it was on my heart. And I figured, well, let me just get on here and talk to you all, okay? And like I said, next time I come, I'll bring you some scriptures about where we are in time. All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. Don't want to hold you too long, but I thank you for your company. And as usual, may the grace and peace of God, our Father, and the Lord Jesus Christ be with you all until we meet again. Shalom.